everybody, welcome to NatChatsBall. I'm due a video, I haven't done one for a little while, so I think last time I did a video, it was before Leicester, so quickly break that one down, which again, sadly, it's just come back to VAR, doesn't it? Like, it was a massive win, but the whole conversation after the game was the VAR, after that Ben White challenge, which on first look and from the angle they were showing on where I was watching, I was like, fair enough. It did look like he held his hand down. Then I saw another angle and I was like, we've been robbed again. And it's like such a boring tale of like every time we play now, and like having to talk about the referees is just so boring, especially when it's like the league title is now like in our hands and there's so many exciting things that we should be talking about. It's such a shame that like we're always coming back to the like inept, like completely useless referees and FA. And like reflection, it looks like the defender actually held the goalkeeper's hand more so than Ben White. After that foul, the ball is then played out to Xhaka, then plays it to Trossard, who takes on the defender and gets an amazing shot on goal. And it's like, why wasn't the whistle blown then as well? If it was such an obvious foul, it was just like bizarre. It's like they're really trying to do everything they can to stop us from getting points, which is really, really like stressful and concerning and worrying. And it's just hot. My dog's at it again. Yeah, it's a really, really sad thought. And and also for players, it must be really hard to play when you feel like you're playing without any decisions coming in from the referee. It definitely affects players' mentality, because you'd feel like you're sort of just constantly fighting an uphill battle, trying to play against 12 men. So that's like the other detrimental effect of it, I think. It's bigger than them just like disallowing goals and like giving us bad decisions. But anyway, thank God Martinelli scored a really good goal. Buzzing for him as well, like people calling for his head recently and saying he should be on the sidelines. I appreciate he hasn't had the biggest effect recently, but it shows his mentality, and he's such a winner and he's such a quality player that you know, it's nice to know that he can have those off games, and then with a little bit of pressure he can still come back in and perform like he has done recently. So yeah, after the Leicester game, then we face Everton and at home, and the crowd just seemed lively, and it was just such a good game. First half was really tight. This obviously Eddie Nketiah dropping out, which I completely agree with. Like, no hate on Eddie, love him, he's done really well, but I do think he needs a rest, and I do think a bit too much pressure was getting put on him up front. So yeah, coming into Everton at home, it felt like it was going to be a payback, and it was massively. It took a while to like unlock them. You could see though from kickoff, it was definitely a different game to when we played them at Goodison Park. And Trossard playing with Martinelli up front and Saka, it just seems to work. The way they can switch it, it's just so hard for players to defend against, like three quality players. And what a signing Trossard has been. He's fitting into our squad like he's always been there. Like, what a quality signing. And then, oh my God, we can go on forever when you talk about like Saliba and Zinchenko and even Jorginho. He's made such a good impact. The fact that Partey was at risk of getting injured, which he did get injured, and we signed Jorginho for like 11 million. Got so much hate, and Chelsea players wanted him out, and he's come in and done such a good job. I know it's early days, but he's done exactly what Arteta would have wanted. Just like an experienced defensive midfielder that's so reliable, and oh my God, he's got an eye, hasn't he? Like, cut open passes. He's got such a good eye for a pass, which is priceless as well. So yeah, exciting that Partey's got that back up, and he's been allowed to rest, and the pressure isn't all on his shoulders. But yeah, what a second half against Everton. Possibly one of the best performances, 45 minutes I've seen us play. Oh my God, Everton were just chasing us down, like it was like year 11 versus like year 7, wasn't it? They could not get the ball off us. We're just a joy to watch, and I feel so privileged, and Arteta is just genius, and I'm just so excited for this team. I just feel like whatever happens now from this point in, we've just got such an exciting future. I'd said before, like Man United, my main worry, and I still believe that. Big game for them on Sunday. They go to Anfield. So that will be really telling. And I think that will tell us whether they're serious about being in this race or not. If they beat Liverpool, I think we're going to have to watch our back on those. I expect a big win again tomorrow against Bournemouth. I just think the atmosphere at home seems crazy. Can't get a bloody ticket myself, but I've watched all the games, and the atmosphere, you can hear those fans. You can hear them on the TV. It's just so exciting. Yeah, it's definitely lifting the boys. Zinchenko had a wicked game against Everton. I gave him a bit of stick before for shooting, but he seems to have nipped it in the bud a bit, so that's a relief. Quality. I mean, everyone against Everton was pure quality. Like, special shout out to Gabriel and Saliba, but Gabby at the back, like, absolute force. He is that brick wall, and he seems to be leading the line. Every time you see him pushing all the players up, like, he had a few errors in him before, and it's fair to call that out. He did. He was quite slow. He was getting on the wrong side of attacking players, and he seems to have fixed his game massively, and he is like instrumental at the back. So good. And great to see Smith Rowe back as well. I mean, every Arsenal fan loves him. Like, so good to see him back, and I think he'll really come into his own again and make a massive difference to us in the closing part of the season. Hopefully Jesus comes back in soon. Exciting times. I'm going with like I was going to be super confident. I reckon we could beat Bournemouth 5-0. I'm going confident. I reckon 5-0. Saka on the score sheet again. I reckon Martinelli will be on the score sheet again. I think Odegaard will be on the score sheet again. I'm here for it. I'm here for these. Like, we need to get our goal difference up as well. I think we're only like 6 goals behind after that 4-0 win. But yeah, I feel so confident. I just love this team so much. Meeting my 2 best mates that I used to go Arsenal with to watch it tomorrow, so I'm super excited for it. Be back around Islington, lapping up the atmosphere. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get another big win behind us. Also, lastly, I just want to say thank you to everyone that follows me. I've got like 500 subscribers now. It's not exactly, you know, breaking records or anything, but thank you to those that do bother listening. I really appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok as well. And if you've got any questions, comment. It's nice to see everyone commented from all around the world on my little comments as well. So hello to everybody, and yeah, catch you soon, hopefully after a big win this weekend. Cheers. Come on, you Gunners.